Right, this is a bit of an experiment. I have the Arduino base here, and I also have 3D printed template clips on. What I'm going to attempt to do is take some a silicone sealer that I've got left over from re-siliconing my bath, and using the template try and create a non-slip surface on the Arduino base, and then I don't need to use the base plate. That should be enough. I'm going to put it onto this silicone mat, just squeeze it out. Get it into all the places. And I'll just leave that now for about 12 hours. Peel off the silicone mat and see if it has worked. See you in about 12 hours. So let's see how our experiment went. Let's see. I need something to push it through. See if we can release this slightly. Pop off the corners. Well, it's not the cleanest, but we do have a non-slip surface. Maybe something that can be experimented with a bit more. Right, we're going to try again. I've got a new template, new design. This has been printed based on this, which is the Arduino base from my Hall Effect sensor mouse. What I've done is in Fusion 360 I selected a sketch based on the bottom plane of this. I then drew a circle that was bigger than the base, finished the sketch, extruded it up by the thickness of the plate, extruded it down by 0.2 millimeters, then did a combine action, which actually I used it to subtract this from this, which gave us these little studs, which we'll now align here. What I've done differently when printing this from the last time is I have reduced the layer height of the template. It's now been printed at 0.1 layer height, 0.1 millimeters, and now I'm just going to try and spread some of this on and try not to get it underneath the template. Of course, if I wanted the feet to be thicker, I would have printed the base thicker, extruded it by more than 0.2 millimeters. But I only want a non-slip base. I'm not looking for anything too extreme here. Just get off as much of the stuff as I can without removing it all, like that, and then I'll push it on that. And this is a bit of scrap silicone, and it won't stick to the silicone. I'll leave it like that for probably about 8 hours. I'll then peel the silicone off and leave it for another, well, I'll leave it overnight to dry, and then we'll find out what it's like in the morning. Okay. Good use for expired or used Amazon gift cards. So there we are. We'll see what it's like in the morning. Okay, it's been over 24 hours. After 68 hours, I peeled off the old silicone. I peeled off the template from the silicone mask. Now we're going to see if we can pry it off the base. I'm trying to do it carefully. Yeah, that's not too bad. Non-slip feet. Yeah, there's no point trying it in this because this is a grippy surface. I'm quite pleased with that. So now I need to replace the Arduino plate and my mouse with this, and I'll have a non-slip plate. I could make these thicker and actually have feet, but I'd need to put some sort of release agent around these curves to prevent it sticking. So if I was going any more than what I'm doing at the moment, yes, I'd need release agent. 1mm, 2mm feet should be possible, but with a release agent such as wax or with soap, something like that. Here is our space mouse with our non-slip feet. I went with a template that was 0.4mm thick in the base, and seems to have worked out quite well. Still some issues that it doesn't quite fill the mold entirely, but I think that's down to technique. And maybe if I overfilled it and had channels to get rid of the excess, then when I push it down on the silicone to flatten everything out, the channels would then allow the excess to ooze out without oozing underneath the template. I'm sure this is a technique I could use elsewhere, and maybe I will. Enjoy.